Good morning, everybody. Well, Gary here, trail name Jasper. Hey, welcome to just another amazing day in paradise. Welcome to my channel. So today, well, it's cold. Minus 22 degrees Celsius this morning, but not to worry. The weatherman says it's going to warm up to a balmy minus 15 today. Wow. For a while I thought it was going to stay cold all day, but apparently not. Anyhow, we are in the Beaver Valley section on the Bruce Trail. On the Beaver Valley section, you know what? It's got to be, people have asked me many times, what's my favorite section of the Bruce Trail? And I can't honestly say I actually have a favorite, although if I did have a favorite, it could be the Beaver Valley section for sure. I do enjoy hiking the Beaver Valley section. We're on a day hike today. 25, 27 kilometers. It's around. As we wait, man, my speech is a little blurred, just cold. As we make our way along the trail, we are eventually going to enter the Laurie Forest, and from there around the forest, and then heading back to where we started from, which was from Collingwood up the Scenic Caves Road, past Banks, to the 6th line parking area. And that's where we parked this morning. So as I say, it's around a 25 to 27 kilometer round, depending. And as I've already mentioned, it's going to be damn cold today. Sun's trying to poke out through a layer of like high clouds. Ooh, nose is running. Wow. Okay, let's get to it. A lot of the Bruce Trail, especially through Blue Mountain sections and Beaver Valley sections, I'm sure all the sections really, especially as you head north, a lot of the trail, or parts of the trail, is shared with snowmobile trail in the winter. So it's kind of a win-win situation for both parties. For the snowmobilers, the fact that the trail is here, and for the hiker, the fact that, well, the snowmobiles, they do help pack down the trail. So that's pretty good. But it's an absolutely gorgeous day. There's no wind at all. Now, if there was a strong wind today, the wind chill factor would be really, really, really cold. Probably too cold for me to be out here. I haven't been through this section of the trail since, wow, probably back when I was heading south last year on my Bruce Trail yo-yo, so like last fall. Totally different in the winter months, of course. It just looks totally different, and sometimes it's hard to see the blazes when there's impact snow on the trunks of the trees covering the blazes, and sometimes the snow looks like a blaze. But anyhow, it's just gorgeous out here. My goodness. We are so lucky. That's for sure. So lucky. Yesterday, I was out a little south of here in what was called the Foisey Tract of Simcoe County Forest. I was actually shooting a video, shooting photography and videography for my second channel, Gary Clayton Photography. and it was just gorgeous there too. I've been lucky lately, even though it's been cold, the weather's settled down a lot, and yes, it's been cold, but it's been really nice to get out. We've had some beautiful light. Yesterday we had some absolutely gorgeous, just kind of diffused light, or a diffused sunlight coming through a high cirrus layer of cloud, and it just made a beautiful light over everything, just perfect for photography. One thing about the winter months, the sun tends to sit a little lower on the horizon, and it really does lend itself for photography as far as light is concerned. It's just beautiful out here. Just take a little look. Through this section here, we're pretty much post-holing. Let's take a little look. So the snow is quite deep right here, and there's a lot of wind comes through here in this open area along this kind of plain, if you will, and it just packs the snow through here. You can see remnants of others that have come through here, but it's most definitely not a packed trail, that's for sure. Some wildlife came through. What kind of track is that? Well, you know what, we're going to say that's a coyote. Probably a coyote track, pretty much in a straight line, which conserves their energy when they travel. Okay, the hike today goes amazingly well. We're about 5 kilometers in right now, and the last, I'd say, 1.5 to 2 kilometers been significantly more challenging, simply because trail less traveled, not on a snowmobile route, and just because of open areas. As I said, the wind just blows and packs the snow right in along that trail and just makes it difficult, makes it challenging. Great training. Yeah, great training. A couple of things to talk about today as we make our journey through our day hike. We had a couple of questions, if you will, recently, over the last month, I'd say, again about water filtration on trail. So we are going to talk about that in a little bit. Secondly, somebody mentioned that a few times I've talked about the through hiking season, and what exactly do I mean by that, or when is exactly the through hiking season? Well, of course that depends on the trail, but we're also going to talk a little bit about that today too. Okay, got some more wildlife tracks here. And what are these? Well, you know what, hard to say. Okay, definitely working for every step through here, no doubt about that. But again, good training. It's a great time to be out, is the winter months, especially on trail, especially post-holing, simply because if you can lay down the miles post-holing, walking in deep snow, or even in the summertime walking on a soft sandy beach, it just makes a regular trail that much easier to kind of hike, if you will. So definitely year-round training, pretty much mandatory, I would say, for the through hiker. Although I do know several people that don't do any training whatsoever. They just go up and hike in the through hiking season, and the rest of the time they do nothing. I can't do that. if I sit down on the couch for too long, I won't get back up. Oh, man. Beautiful. What a beautiful forest through here. Absolutely beautiful. All the different shades of light as the sun pokes through the forest, the trees, the snow. My goodness. Just a gorgeous spot. The trail's easier going here insofar as it is a little bit more compact, a little bit more used, although not a great deal, but a little bit. Just makes it that much easier. There's a blaze, left turn ahead. Oh, there's another blaze, right turn ahead. My goodness, I'm getting dizzy. Len Gertler side trail. Very well packed, blue blazed. Not the way we're going. This is the way we just came from. And this is the way we're going. From this point on, or at this point, the trail once again is very, very, very well traveled. As you can maybe see in the GoPro, it's well packed. Well, you get to see my shadow anyhow. Yeah, well packed. So the last hour has been really slow going, or the last 2 kilometers, really, really slow going. So maybe we'll pick up a little bit of time now. It's also getting close to, man, my first break time. The maple brown sugar oatmeal I had for breakfast this morning just is wearing off. We are just about 7 kilometers into the hike. We have an elevation gain of around 800 feet. And we're doing just fine. It really is nice out here, guys. I'm not sure whereabouts you guys are in the world, but if there's a trail nearby, you know what? Get some hiking shoes on, some trail runners, and a set of poles, and just get out there and enjoy. Man, and if you're anywhere in Ontario near the Bruce, well, you don't need me to tell you what to do today. It's a beautiful day here. Cold, as I said, but the sun's shining, and when you're out in the open, the sun has quite a bit of power to it. It's a little surprising that it's so cold. Oh, the weatherman says it's cold. I've got really good gear, so I spend an awful lot of time on trails year round, so my winter gear is pretty good. What I do have a problem with is keeping my fingers warm. Right now, I have a thin wool glove, then I have a leather fur-lined mitt, which is a Kodiak brand, and I also a hand warmer stuffed into that mitt. And my hands, my fingers, get bitterly cold sometimes, just turn white and painful, and then they go numb and it just stops hurting. But anyhow, enough of my whining, yeah? So whilst we're on some flat here on packed trail, excuse me about the nose running, it's just cold, but let's talk about water filtration. So there are several products out there for filtering or purifying water. I have 3 different systems, actually 4, I guess. So I have 4 different systems. One is, and the first one I purchased that I still use, is a Sawyer Mini. And depending on the trail, I will use that tomorrow if I wanted to. I have a Sawyer Squeeze, slightly heavier, slightly larger, with a slightly higher, well, quite a bit higher water flow. this winter, as part of my reducing weight, kind of, I hope you guys can see me. That sun might be pointing right at you. As part of reducing my overall pack weight, I picked up for $49.99, so 50 bucks Canadian, a Katadyn Be Free. My friend Andre uses Katadyn. And when we did the Ganaraska Trail together, as I may have mentioned, he would quite often filter water for both of us simply on a morning, simply because his filter was significantly faster. It's lighter. I think the kit I bought is the filter, and of course the filter holder and everything, with a 0.06, so just over half a litre capacity bag. I have no idea what the quality of the bag is yet. I just put that kit in my water filtration kit. I haven't actually tried it. I will come the spring, once I get out on some overnight camps. I will give it a good workout before I actually call it my #1 water filtration system. But it's coming in right now at somewhere around 2 to 3 ounces lighter than the Sawyer squeeze kit. As we know with the Sawyers, or if you don't know, let me be the first one to tell you, the bag that the Sawyer comes with is absolutely garbage. Sawyer makes a great filter, no doubt about that. And they back it up with an absolutely awful water collection bag that splits so quickly, it lets you down. It is no good whatsoever. Again, Andre, my friend, gave me a knock bag that's designed to fit the Sawyer Squeeze or the Sawyer Mini, and that thing is great. You can fill that with water and run a pickup truck over it. It doesn't break. Not that I've done that, nor would I, but totally different product. But again, heavier. Just a little split in the trail here. Okay. So yeah, so they're the things that I use, and the fourth one would have been simply filtration tablets or purification tablets. I do use those in the event that, first of all, if I had a failure of a filter, then I have those to back myself up. And secondly, if there's long-standing kind of stagnant water, I'll also back up the filter that way too. Good day, folks. We've got some folks here out for a hike. How you all doing? Very well. It's always nice to see folks on the trail out for a hike with their little dog. Okay, so yeah, so those are the 4 things that I use for water filtration. 2 Sawyer products, the Mini and the Squeeze. The Katadyn Be Free, which is new to my collection, but I have seen it in action all throughout the Ganaraska Trail and it was impressive. And also the water purification tablet. Again, if I have a filter failure, or if there's just water that, even though I filter it, I'm still just not 100% sure about, I will tablet that water too. Okay, that is all I can say about my water filtration. Oh, other than, with the Katadyn Be Free, again, I'm not sure about the bag that comes with it. It's only 0.6 litre, which is fine. I'm more concerned about the sturdiness, the quality of the bag. Is that bag going to last a through hike? So I would probably back it up with a replacement anyhow, but I may look at Knock. I know Knock do make now they make a bag that fits the thread of the Katadyn Be Free also. So I may do that, and if I do that, I still believe I'll be around 2 ounces lighter than what I'm using right now. And 2 ounces, well, that's 2 ounces. Okay. Moving on down the trail. Man, beautiful in here, bright. Take a look, see? Excuse me sticking the poles in your face, but take a look. Absolutely gorgeous. Through the trees you can actually see Georgian Bay. You might not see that on the GoPro, but I can from here. So we are now in the Laurie Forest for sure. Quite a while back we did pass the side trail that was the Laurie Forest side trail, but we are in the Laurie Forest here. Now, I'm not sure which section it is or which part it is. I understood from somewhere, and I can't recall where now, but I think somebody told me, or I read somewhere, that part of the Laurie Forest was closed, or part of it was closed, a request of the landowners. I'm not sure Well, the trail I'm on right now within the Laurie Forest is extremely well traveled. I mean, it's packed. It's like almost like walking on a sidewalk. So it's extremely well traveled through here. Not like what we were doing a while back. Anyhow, let's keep laying down these miles, and then we'll start to think about our first break of the day very, very, very shortly. Just take a look at that view from at the top of what I believe to be, is this Craigleith or Georgian Peak Ski Club? Well, it's one of them. There's one of the ski lifts over there, or the ski lift house and control house, I guess. The ski hill, Georgian Bay. Right now, I'm actually stood on a, it's a big wooden deck. You can see some benches that go around the wooden deck. And right here, at the end of this bench, in fact, you can just see here a little bit, it's the end of the side of the deck. Well, normally, right here is a 3 to 4 foot drop off where you would step down back onto the ground again. And as you can see, we just walk right over it. It's just packed snow. So the snow here is packed to 3 or 4 feet deep. Well, anyhow, I had this place in mind for my first break of the day. Have some coffee, maybe a bar, maybe some nuts or some fruit or something. That'd be nice. Wow. Beautiful silver birch ahead of us too. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Okay, you guys have got to see this. Someone, now look at this. Someone has made this, and it looks like it's lemon. It looks like it's got some little herbs and lemon peel frozen in maybe like a bowl of some kind, or like a Pyrex dish with a little piece of ribbon, I guess, in there, just to hang it with. Right there on the trail. Just look at that. Someone has taken the time to make that and hang it there for people to enjoy as they go by. Wow. Wow. You know what? That makes my day. I mean, someone took the time to make that, came up with the idea, or saw the idea and hung it there right on the trail, glistening in the sunshine. What a perfect location to put it, and what a perfect day to put it there in the sunshine. Well done. Whoever did that, well done. And if you just happen to be a person that actually watches my videos, say so. Say, yep, you did that. I'd love to know who did that. Kudos to you. Anyhow, break time's over, by the way. It was over, a couple of kilometers back. I had some coffee. I had one of my famous cheesy snacks, crackers. If you're familiar with the company called Freshie, they're like a food chain, I guess. And they also sell some of their products in like Walmarts. And they have these like, I guess they're like a protein ball. You can get them with blueberry or cocoa or peanut butter. Well, I had a pack of those. There's 3 of those balls come in a pack. And I consider that like a bar. But high protein, filling, energy. I had one of those too. Okay, look, more people enjoying this day today. Absolutely beautiful. Good day, folks. Wow, all of a sudden, like more people here, all of a sudden, this trail gets really quite busy, look. How you doing, guys?
Hi, good.
Whoops, excuse me. Hey. Yeah, lots of people out today, hiking in the sunshine, the snow. Man, as I said earlier, we're so lucky to be here, that's for sure. Okay. Just keep going and keep putting down those miles today. As we come out of the trail to a trailhead. We've come to the Intercept side trail. Now, we actually could take that back, which would form a loop, and we would rejoin the Bruce with a left turn, maybe a kilometer or so down that trail. There's a parking area just down there, and then it comes to a gravel road. However, if I was to do that, that would give me about, something like a 20-kilometer hike today. And I was thinking of a little bit more, so I think I'm just going to continue a little ways. Maybe we'll do that on the way back, we'll see. Let's keep going. So at this particular point, we're 11.80 kilometers into the hike. We have around 1,250 feet of elevation gain over that distance. We've had Hour 1 break, as you know, a ways back now. That's kind of beginning to wear off. But yeah, right now we are right at the very top of the escarpment in this particular area. Which is around, well, what is it? Let me have a look at my Garmin. It is a little over 1,500 feet above sea level. So that's where we are. And I believe still within the Laurie Forest. I'm not sure if technically we are now. Craigleith Ski Club is to my left. I know that because I saw a sign. There's also quite a few snowshoe kind of trails behind me and to my left, which is all part of Craigleith kind of Nordic activities. Of course, the skiing, the alpine skiing, is all closed right now, but people, I believe, can still cross-country ski on the trails and snowshoe on the trails. And as you've seen, quite a few people are out here today, but it's a Saturday. It's a long weekend, by the way. Yes, Family Day weekend. Don't forget, Monday's a holiday. And even though it's cold, it's beautiful, beautiful sunshine. It just inspires the people to get out and enjoy this fresh air. Just like we are today. Yeah. Okay, let's just keep laying down these miles. I'm hoping for around somewhere between a 25 to 27 probably kilometer day for the hike. That'll be fine. And if we don't make a loop out of it, we'd simply go back exactly the same way we came. So we know we've got some climbs, some descents, we know we've got some post-holing to do, and we know we've got some flat packed trail. So we've got a little bit of everything. Definitely not easy, but not overly difficult. I think I would rate this trail today, under these conditions, overall, at about, average it out to about a moderate. It'll be about a moderate trail today. Yeah. Okay. Just take a look at this absolutely amazing winter scene. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, the snow moved in quickly. Snow squalls, Georgian Bay. Absolutely amazing. Hey, just wanted to kind of show you guys that, because that is beautiful. My goodness, what a great place to be. Yeah, snow moved in quickly, and that can happen at any moment off Georgian Bay. We've talked about that before. And yeah, I'm gonna say a foot of snow has fallen. Just take a look down here. Take a look at these poles right in there. A foot of snow has fallen in probably the last 2 hours. just pounded down. The sun got obscure from clouds, and boom, down came the snow. We're running out of battery power, guys. And the hike goes really, really, really well. Thoroughly enjoying myself today. But yeah, we are running out of battery power. So just in case I run out of battery power, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. What an amazing day, and thank you so much for joining me. But you know what? I've still got a little bit of power, so I do want to share as much as I can with you. Hey, Gary here, trail name Jasper. Again, thank you so much. Please like, share, comment, and do subscribe to my channel. I do need subscribers, and it really helps us grow, and it helps us then bring more videos to you guys. So please subscribe. Okay, let's just keep going here.